What's going on, you guys? Get on in here and sit down because it is time for It's Real to Us, the Wrestling Podcast. I am Anthony the Mark, joined alongside me, Diggity Dog.
Hello, guys. How are we doing tonight?
And we are going to break down everything that happened on the August 9th, 2024 edition of Friday Night Smackdown. And there is no place better to start than with the OG Tribal Chief. He's back. Roman Reigns kicked holy hell down upon Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline, Nathan. Roman Reigns returned after Solo Sikoa called him out, and one by one, he took all of them out. And my goodness, it was so incredible to see Roman Reigns, wasn't it, Nathan?
Oh, my God, it was. He looks incredible. I mean, I think he looks even better than when he did before he left for this mini hiatus he was on. But that was incredible. He just destroyed, I guess, the new bloodline. I don't know what you want to call them. Solo's bloodline.
Yeah, I think it's Solo's bloodline.
I don't know if that's...
You know what? I think for now we can get away with just calling him the bloodline because Roman doesn't have any troops yet. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
So we're just calling it the bloodline then?
I think so for now.
All right, so got rid of the bloodline, you know. He almost speared Solo. That didn't happen, but he ended up spearing the other two.
Tonga and Tama.
Jacob Fatu was nowhere to be seen.
He's hurt. This was every indication that all of our worst nightmares are true and that Jacob Fatu suffered a significant injury at SummerSlam.
I don't know if that's actually factual. I don't think that Jacob Fatu's actually hurt. I don't think Jacob Fatu's actually hurt.
Okay, well,
I think it was just an incredible sell job, and I think WWE is just milking it.
Maybe it was an incredible sell job, and they don't want to have Fatu and Roman have a face-to-face.
I think that's what it is. WWE doesn't want to get that Roman Jacob Fatu moment yet. They're waiting for it.
Hey, I hope that is the case because Tonga Loa just looks like a joke with the tag team title around his waist right now. He didn't even hold up the belt properly. Oh, I hate Tonga Loa. But whatever, we got to get back to Roman Reigns because, like Nathan said, he looked better than ever. I am one of the biggest Roman Reigns fans ever. I'll fight anybody who wants to say otherwise. And it was so nice to acknowledge the actual Tribal Chief on SmackDown.
Kind of wanted to see him speak a little bit, see what he could do on the mic now with, like, everyone around him for him. He
doesn't need to speak. That's why. He came back.
No, I think he does need to speak.
Eventually, but you can milk this.
Okay, but like we're not going to see him again probably for another 2 weeks, right?
You don't know that. He could be back next week.
You think he's going to be back next week?
I hope so. I hope so. I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say Roman's back.
Roman's back. I'll go on this right now. I don't think he's going to be back. We could be back here a week from now, and that's why I could be completely wrong. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think they're building this storyline. We both agree. I mean, I think we should just get into it. We both agree that he's eventually going to face Solo.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I don't think that's happening at Bash of Berlin. And I don't think it's going to happen on a random SmackDown. So the next or premium live event after Bash of Berlin is Bad Blood. And I think that's when it's going to happen. So I think we probably won't see Roman Reigns for another 2 weeks.
You might be right. I hope that's not true, but you might be right. I hear what you're saying. And like you also said, we're going to get Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns. The battle over the head of the table has just begun. It is so exciting to see unfold. We saw Roman Reigns target the Ula Fala. Obviously, everybody knows Solo Sikoa is declaring himself the Tribal Chief, and that is the indication that you are the Tribal Chief. If the Ula Fala sits around your neck, that is you're the head of the table. You're the guy. And that was a fun part in this whole segment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You saw Roman go for it, then Tama and Tonga, they got it, and Tama was going to give it a Solo, and it felt like there was
a little tension.
So could that be something to monitor? And then Solo, of course, got it back. And that is going to be fun to watch, right?
Oh, yeah, going to be very entertaining to watch. Incredible job with that pronunciation because there's no way I'm going to be able to pronunciate that. I'm not even going to try to do that, okay? So good on you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. That's why you're the mark. But, again, we didn't see him speak at all. We're going to have to wait probably another 2-3 weeks to hear him speak. I wish we got some of that today. He didn't need to speak that much. He could have just said, F you. He could have said, you know, he could have said a bunch of things. Like, he didn't have to say much, but he said absolutely nothing. So I'm a little upset about that.
Are you looking forward to Roman versus Solo Sikoa?
I don't think I am. As of right now, are you?
Oh, 100%. I'm looking forward to every single thing he does. Roman had the entire crowd eating out of the palm of his hand. And to go back to your point of you wanted him to speak. You don't need him to speak right now. Everybody's so excited to have him back that they can just drag this out a little bit and let him get a hero's reaction every single time he comes out. And you can build Solo versus Roman slowly, and then at Bad Blood, it can really culminate, and then lead into War Games.
Yeah, I mean, it could do that, and I think that's the way they are building it. So, what you think we get at Bad Blood? We get Jimmy and Jay coming to Roman's help. What type of are we going to see a Bloodline rules match against him and Solo? What do you want there? Roman hasn't done much anything, and
he just got back, Nathan.
But what was the biggest thing on SmackDown?
Roman coming back and kicking the crap out of Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything, and we don't know what's going through his head. We don't know what's going through his mind.
What do you mean? We know what's going through his head. He wants to be the head of the table. He picked up the Ula Fala. He looked at it. He beat up Solo Sikoa. It's very obvious.
How do you know he doesn't want to go after Cody?
Because he had the opportunity to go after Cody at SummerSlam, and he decided to go after Solo Sikoa. What are you talking about? He looked at Cody. He gave him a head nod. He's like, "What's up, dude? I'm not here for you." Head nod. Spear. Roman doesn't want a title match right now. He wants to be.
That's not what Nick Aldis said.
He said he didn't speak to Roman about it.
He said he was going to.
He said he was going to because he was champion for 1,316 days.
And he never got his rematch.
Yes, and he deserved that. He does deserve a rematch. Everybody wants to see Cody versus Roman, and I'm going to put it out there right now. Roman Reigns, biggest babyface on the planet right now. If there's anybody who is ever going to dethrone Cody Rhodes, it's got to be Roman Reigns. Would you rather see Rock versus Cody Rhodes or Roman versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41?
I don't want to see either of those.
What do you want to see?
Cody versus Randy.
Oh, you suck. You suck so hard right now.
Why?
You want to see Cody versus Randy right at WrestleMania, and you're not excited. Basically, Roman's back. You're like, I'm not excited for.
I never said I wasn't excited for Roman's back. I just feel like they're building a story. They're building a story that really that I feel like there's not enough build towards it. There hasn't been anything just because Solo's been calling out Roman.
There's a whole story. It's head of the table. It's been building for months and months and months. And now that Roman's back, you get to just go right at it. We get the physicality right away. It's the best. You're hating on it. It sounds like
I'm not. As of right now, I am not liking where this feud is going.
Oh, that's BS.
Maybe in 2 weeks, I could be changed and see where these bookings are going. But then again, we're not going to be seeing Roman probably for the next 2 weeks. So how can you book this?
All right. Well, what do you think of Roman Reigns' return, not only at SummerSlam, but back to Friday Night SmackDown? Let us know. Reach out to us. We want to know your opinions because obviously Nate and we don't agree. Join Team Nate Diggity Dog. Join Team Anthony the Mark.
My team is better.
We are curious. What do you think about Roman Reigns, the Solo Sikoa, the beginning of what promises to be a pretty long and entertaining feud? Let us know what you think. We are on X, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Real to Us. And on YouTube, we are at It's Real to Us 1. So Roman is back. We're super excited he's back. Let's go over just a couple of the other things that happened on SmackDown. And we'll talk about the Universal Champion Cody Rhodes coming out and swatting away the bloodline pretty much with the help of Kevin Owens. Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, they came out. They threatened the champion as he was going to name his next challenger for his title. Then, with the help of Kevin Owens, the bloodline was out of here. And Cody Rhodes was left with Kevin Owens in the ring, and he said, hey, I want you to have a title opportunity. But Kevin Owens, he was like, I don't deserve a title opportunity. I haven't won a match. Why am I getting a title opportunity?
He hasn't won a match. When was the last match he won? Why does he deserve it? Tell me why he deserves it, Anthony. Do you think he deserves it?
In the eyes of Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis, there is passion within Kevin Owens' eyes. There is grit. There is fight. There is everything that being a champion represents. Nick Aldis, Cody Rhodes, big praise for Kevin Owens. So despite the fact that KO doesn't think he deserves it, he's getting a championship match at Bash in Berlin. And right away, that is probably going to be his undoing. The fact that he thinks he doesn't deserve to be in the moment. Maybe he won't capitalize on it.
This is going to be a very interesting match. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a great match. But, who else could face Cody on the SmackDown roster? Like who else besides KO could face him?
I mean, you know me. I'm a big Andrade fan.
Okay, Andrade, yeah, okay, but that's one match. But who else?
Well,
I mean, Are you going to face Solo again?
No. In terms of main event, like caliber talent, Kevin Owens fits the mold for, hey, they're going to have an awesome match on a pay-per-view. Everyone's going to enjoy it, but it's going to be predictable. And if you don't like those types of matches, unfortunately, that's just the Triple H way.
It's true.
He likes to just give, like, okay, I know this is predictable, but it'll be fun, and it won't mean anything in the grand scheme of things with the story, but you'll enjoy it. The most interesting thing, or that I'm interested in seeing with this feud, is does Kevin Owens at all sway to the dark side? Could we possibly get a heel Kevin Owens?
I mean, I think you'll see a Kevin Owens do whatever it takes to win. I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, he's only had one world title reign?
Yeah, he was the inaugural Universal.
No.
Pretty much the inaugural. He won after Finn Balor's one-day title reign, but yes, he was the Universal Champion.
Yes. He's only had one. Why not,
give him another title run?
Why not give him another title run? And also, like, he has been a heel, I feel like, most of his career. He does heelish type things. We saw it when he faced Logan Paul. He used the brass knuckles, but apparently the ref has wonderful eyes and magically sees it. But when Logan Paul does it, apparently they're blind. KO will do whatever it takes, but in the long run, there's no way that KO ends Cody's reign here. And, again, like, we're just waiting to see what the bloodline holds with Cody's storyline.
So is it more of a testament to Cody's reign as champion, or the bloodline just being so can't miss that Cody is the number 2 story now on SmackDown?
I don't think you're wrong saying that, but it wasn't until Roman got back.
But Roman's back.
Yes, Cody took a backseat to Roman.
Could you not see that happening when Roman's there?
It will have to do with Cody and the bloodline.
Eventually, but until then, it feels like he's taking a back seat.
Oh, but because he has no competition, because he needs the bloodline. SmackDown doesn't have anything else besides bloodline and Cody.
Let's get Baron Corbin involved. But that's
involved. The type of talent you
also
have.
Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly the musical. A 2-on-1 handicap match. Cody Rhodes versus Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Book it now, WWE.
I'm just saying, like, SmackDown's roster, there's, like, not that many people there. After KO, there's no one else unless you go with Randy Orton or unless you continue with the bloodline. But the bloodline has Roman versus Solo to deal with. So what is Cody doing after Bash of Berlin? It's going to be interesting to see where the stories go. And I think Cody is not going to have a story for maybe a couple of weeks.
You could always bring Logan Paul back. I mean, everyone knows. I know you don't like Logan Paul, but you know that he is a bona fide star.
We're going to get that again, though? We already got that.
We did already get that, but we got AJ Styles too twice. So we got AJ Styles at Backlash. Then it was Logan Paul at Night of Champions. And then at Clash at the Castle, it was AJ Styles again. So AJ Styles had like a pay-per-view off. So so Logan could, in theory, get another chance at it.
He could. I wouldn't be too thrilled about it because, again, you're going to the predictability of it because like, Cody's been, there week in and week out, and no offense, I don't think they're just going to give it to Logan Paul, who's a part-timer right now. So I don't think that would happen.
So we'll see exactly what happens. But Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, Bash in Berlin. It'll be awesome, if not predictable, which I guess in a nutshell is the Triple H era.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead now and let's move on. Let's talk about the United States Championship scene. The new champion, L.A. Knight, was live and in living color, and he talked about being a fighting champion. He's going to have a whole bunch of one-night stands.
Yeah, great lines. So I hope they get a T-shirt.
He goes like, I'm going to beat this guy one-night stand. I'm going to beat this guy one-night stand. It's a fun catchphrase. We'll see if it catches on. We'll see if we get a T-shirt out of it. But the bigger picture is that Santos Escobar came down, jaw-jacked with the champion. He even stole L.A. Knight's catchphrase. Escobar. C.
I'll give him that. That was catchy.
That was fun. Yeah, we were looking at each other. We're like, win one for you, Escobar.
Yeah, that's a point. That's a point.
So that was fun. And then we had a number 1 contender match for the United States Championship, Escobar versus Andrade. And it looked as if Andrade had the match won, but then Carmelo Hayes interfered. Obviously, we know that they've been going back and forth over the last couple of weeks. Andrade's beaten him 2 times. Melo hasn't been able to beat him. So the young, arrogant champion took out his frustrations, cost Andrade the match. Escobar's the new number one contender for the United States Championship. So, Nathan, we got 2 stories to talk about. I'll let you pick what you want to talk about.
Let's talk about Melo is money, very interesting feud. I mean, so we're probably going to get another match between these two. Melo has to win this one. I mean, do you think it's going to be on a Smackdown, or do you think do they give him a premium live event match? It'd probably be a main event, maybe on SmackDown.
Mello versus Hayes Part 3.
Yeah,
I would like it to be on a premium live event. I think that might be a little wishful thinking.
Yeah.
But I feel like WWE has done a good job of building the feud over the last handful of weeks. I know Andrade has won me over. I think Mello is crazy talented in the ring.
WWE Speed Champion.
WWE
never
Speed Champion.
wears the championship though.
It's okay. You got to sign into X to watch it. But I like Andrade. I like Mello, and I like where that feud is going.
Do you think Mello needs to win for this feud to continue, or for him to even come back from that, even if he loses again? 0-3,
I mean, Mello absolutely needs to win at some point. I like that WWE has been kind of painting the picture that Mello's arrogance and his just brash attitude.
He was the number one. He was a first-round pick.
And him going around gloating and that being his big claim to fame is what has cost him, is the fact that he thinks he's a bigger deal than he is. So I think Andrade takes it whenever they fight again.
Really?
I do. I'm going to say it right now. Andrade would be 3-0 against Mello.
I see. I then you're starting to lose me a little bit.
With Mello?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know what? He's going to have a long career, and I think that losing now could go a long way for his career. But I could absolutely be wrong because Mello is, in fact, money, and I would not be shocked if he beat Andrade.
Yeah,
he's definitely due for a win.
I can't see that.
It's a bold take.
It is a bold take, but I like it. Hey. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm a big bold taker.
You got to throw a couple of them out there.
Yeah, got to throw little curveballs
keeps
out there.
Things spicy.
Oh, yeah.
This is jambalaya on this show, okay?
Spicy.
All types of seasoning. A little seafood is delicious. You're going to like it.
A little oregano.
You're going to hang out for dessert. But anyway, we're going to be next talking about
I want some dessert.
Escobar. We got a Twix bar right there.
I know. I kind of want to eat it, but we should.
Go ahead and I'll set up the next thing.
Okay.
Okay, so then we had LA Knight. Santos Escobar. That's the United States Championship match of the future. Whether or not that takes place at Bash in Berlin, we still don't know. And I could definitely see that just main eventing a SmackDown one night. Triple H, I think he's a big Santos Escobar guy. And I think Escobar being in the main event is enough to keep him happy for a while, and Triple H is going to want to do right by him.
Very good distracting them while I was eating a Twix bar. But, yeah, I agree. I think it's more going to be a main event on SmackDown one of these days. I don't think it's going to get the premium live event, coverage. Maybe if they're going into match 5 or 6. When they did the 7 matches with Sheamus and Cesaro.
Oh, best of 7?
Yeah, one of these matches, if we're going to get one of those type of things, is definitely going to be on a premium live event. That's definitely going to happen. But I think this next one will probably main event.
You think they're going to fight 7 times?
I think they're going to fight at least 6 or 7 times.
Jesus.
Well, you think if he loses, they definitely are going to fight at least another 2 or 3 times.
I think no matter what, they're going to fight again because it seems like they seem like perfect opponents.
I agree.
So they should just squeeze every ounce of it out of it.
So they're going to fight 8 or 9 times. I went from 7 to 8, 9. They're going to fight a lot.
Okay, so we will see when Escobar gets his United States Championship match and exactly how many matches Carmelo Hayes and Andrade will have.
Yeah.
All right, so under or over 6.5. What are you taking?
Oh, I'm way over on that.
Way over. I'll take the under. I'll bet you a Twix bar.
Okay, yeah.
All right. You heard it here. All right, so
it was an excellent job distracting. You were talking. I wasn't really listening. I'm not going to lie.
No, I know you weren't.
Okay, good, because I was eating. And wonderful job, man. Without a beat, man. Love it.
I made a whole point about how they were going to talk about, or they were going to be on the main event of SmackDown, and then your first thing was yeah, I could see this being on the main event of SmackDown. So I was like, okay, he wasn't listening to me. But yeah, I saw that you were finishing up, so I was like, let me stretch my words a little.
Excellent job.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you noticing that.
Of course, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't even get to the tag team tournament. Is that what we're calling it?
I don't know, but Street Profits are facing DIY next week. Winner gets a tag championship match.
Yeah, we had a couple of tag team matches this week.
Neither of them were that good, really.
It was Street Profits.
I know you love Pretty Deadly, but both tag team matches were not that great.
All right, so it was the Street Profits versus A-Town Down. Nothing really exciting there. It was pretty much a clean win for the Street Profits as Austin Theory and Grayson Waller continued to deteriorate as a team. And then DIY beat Pretty Deadly clean. Both of the faces went over. No shenanigans, so we're going to get a face versus face matchup. But let me just stop and tell you right now that Pretty Deadly should be the next tag team champions, okay? The fact that Pretty Deadly the musical isn't in the works and we haven't even started casting extra yet is an abomination. They are easily the most entertaining and gimmicky tag team in the division that is completely and utterly boring right now. You want to jumpstart that division, get a little bit of excitement, flair? How do you do that? Glitz, glamour, lights, pizzazz. It's showtime, baby, because it's Pretty Deadly the musical. Let's go.
Drama queen.
I'm not a drama queen.
Drama queen.
I interviewed Pretty Deadly. They were excellent men.
Are they actually like that?
I mean, it's not 100% them. You know, they
pizzazz it a little bit.
Yeah, they're a little bit more hyperbolic, I would say.
But they're like actually like that.
They're like when the night
like they realize who they are.
Yeah,
right?
No, they play into their character.
Okay, yeah.
But as for the present, next week, DIY versus the Street Profits. Do DIY earn their way right back to a title opportunity?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of lost on them. I mean, I love them as championship, and then I saw they were facing the Bloodline. I was like, okay, they're gonna have a 2-week title reigns. They're going to be bridge champs. So I'm not too happy about that because I was really looking forward to this DIY title reign, and it was only 2 weeks. And then, again, who is going to take down the Bloodline? And is it with Jacob Fatu? We don't know. We don't know. So it's going to be very interesting to see when this match happens.
I can't remember the last time I saw a tag team match on a pay-per-view. Or no, like a tag team title match on a pay-per-view.
I'm really looking forward to DIY versus Street Profits.
It'll be a good match.
I think it's going to be a good...
I do think that it's the perfect way to get DIY, like kind of sponge like the grossness of a 29-day title reign. Okay, they won their way right back. They got 2 big wins, and now they're challenging for the title again. That's a good way to kind of flip the narrative on them really quick.
Yeah, but again, do you see them beating the Bloodline?
I don't, and I'd rather see the Street Profits go up against the Bloodline. And I hope they go up against Tongaloa. I hope the Street Profits win, or DIY for that matter, and then the Bloodline just kicks out Tongaloa really fast. The eye patch ain't cutting it, okay? The dude is horrible.
I hate that. He looks like a pirate.
Oh, he looks like a pirate.
He looks ugly.
So DIY Street Profits next week. We don't know when the tag team match will be.
Is that next week? I don't even know.
Probably. I would assume. But if not, yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. And just a quick other note, Jade Cargill completely squashed Alba Fire. Nate, you know how to spell squash?
No, I do not. Now continue.
It was a 2-minute match. Jade picked up the win, and then after the fact, Blade Davenport, Isla Dawn interfered, and this caused Naomi to come out, so it looks like we're going to get a 6-woman tag team match. Similar to Raw. A lot of 6-woman tag team matches in the women's division going on right now.
Probably building towards War Games.
Maybe building towards War Games, trying to establish some credible teams.
Yep.
So not a horrible idea, but I don't know. Uninspired. Didn't really care for it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
I feel like Bianca's kind of wasting away in the mid-card right now.
She really is.
Yeah, uninspired there. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that we had a very ferocious interaction between Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, and Chelsea Green backstage. And Nathan, they are just so entertaining on camera together.
I mean, just put them on camera, dude. It's eye-popping. It's very good. It is very... I'm glued to my TV whenever I see both of them. Both of them there together. Woof.
It's a heel versus heel dynamic, but for whatever reason, it works. And I would like to see them go at it.
Because they're both comedic. I think that's why it works.
Yeah, they both have comedic appeal. I think Tiffany's a little bit more serious.
Yes, agreed. 100%.
But I would definitely like to see them fight. Maybe Chelsea and Piper turn face and they fight Nia and Tiffany. I don't know. We can see what happens.
You know what I would want to see?
What?
Matt Cordon.
Formerly known as Zack Ryder.
Oh, yeah. Formerly known. Woo. You know it. And, Chelsea Green. Because, they're
married happily.
Happily.
Beautiful
married.
couple. We love
Beautiful couple. Versus Tiffany Stratton and
Ludwig Kaiser,
who are dating.
That'd be fun.
Oh, be great.
That's
sign me up for that. Wherever that happens on the indie scene, I don't care where it happens. Sign me up. Woo, you know it.
Gotta love a little bit of fantasy booking to end an episode of It's Real to Us, the wrestling podcast. If this is your first episode, thank you for watching. We do Monday Night Raw, Friday Night Smackdown watch-alongs, followed by podcasts that air the day after. We drop clips throughout the whole week, some reaction videos, some games. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to do more because we have so many ideas. We are building a community that we want you to be a part of. So follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Real to Us. And on YouTube, we are at It's Real to Us 1. I am Anthony the Mark. He is Nate Diggity Dog.
Woof, woof.
Thank you so very much for watching, and we will see you next time on
It's Real to Us, the wrestling podcast.
Bye-bye.